Your new all-in-one healthcare app.
Here at Keith Pearson Toyota, we believe in our products so much, we give you a lifetime warranty. We believe in our used cars so much, we give you a lifetime warranty on those too. Where?
Only at Keith Pearson Toyota.
Your hometown superstore.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu only at Hardee's.
You have a problem? I want to get to the bottom of it. I'm in a position where I know who to call.
This is Anthony Austin.
And where to find him. Email me, askanthony@firstcoastnews.com.
Don't stress. Ask Anthony.
First Coast News on your side.
Stay tuned. First Coast News Live Jaguars coverage starts right now. This is a First Coast News special sports presentation. The Farrah and Farrah Ready to Roar postgame show. Now, live from Kansas City, here's First Coast News sports director Chris Porter.
Hello, everybody. Chris Porter live here at Arrowhead Stadium, where our Jacksonville Jaguars, they came up short against the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, the Chiefs are going to the AFC Championship game for the 5th consecutive year. The Jags losing by a final score of 27-20. I'm being told Doug Peters.
Having some technical issues there.
It just kind of fits in with the mood. I know you're let down at home. You might be one of the rare Chiefs fans in Jacksonville, but it just makes you go, oh. But you know what? When I was talking with Tony Baselli, I said, what happens if tomorrow night doesn't go the way we want it to? He goes, well, you know, you can't call a victory or a win without the W. But he said the word I would use for the whole season is successful.
Successful indeed. And I put this on social media. It was always the Jags. It still will be. We're just looking on to the future of what will be great. So they want us to go ahead, a great season ahead of us. So I hear the producers in our ears. They're saying that Doug Peterson is speaking. Let's listen in. Oh. All right. We're having issues with it. So as I was saying, we want to go back to Chris now. Okay. So Chris, I think we have his shot. Let's go back to Kansas City.
Hey, Anthony. Hey, Jeannie. Listen, when you don't win, it kind of happens that way. Our Jacksonville Jaguars had an opportunity in this game. They played hard. Come on in, James Coleman. James, not the night that without the outcome that we hoped for. Just hold on just a second. I'm being told again that Doug Peterson's at the podium. What we'll do, we'll hear from Doug in a second because we're going to turn that sound around. The Jaguars, they came out. The Chiefs went up. They fought back. It was back and forth. But in the end, the Chiefs showed you why they're one of the best teams in the AFC.
Yeah, good teams find a way to win. And they found a way to gut it out. And the Jags got a little too excited, and that youth showed up in key moments where they had bad turnovers, not good plays. You're sitting there hoping that one person will make the play, but nobody's mature enough to just be able to go out there and grab the victory. That will come with time. This again, you see why Andy Reid's one of the best coaches. You see why Patrick Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks, and this is the reason why.
You know, when we saw Patrick Mahomes limping in that first half, we hated it because when you beat a team like the Chiefs, you want to beat them at full strength. However, we felt like that was an opportunity the Jaguars defense could take advantage of.
Yeah, what you should have done, or what we should have seen, was then put more pressure on the quarterback. And Patrick Mahomes still had time to sit in the pocket. Now, luckily, with him having a bum leg, he wasn't able to get the velocity on his throws and make the different throws and be able to scramble it around like he normally does. But you still let him sit there and have time. And what he did, he picked you apart with one of the best tight ends to ever play this game, in Travis Kelce. 14 of his completions went to him. Like, if we could have just maybe stopped that guy, maybe the game would have been a little different.
And how fitting was it for the Kansas City Chiefs? The former Jaguar quarterback Chad Henne comes in. The Jaguars pin the Chiefs on that 2-yard line right here going that way, and he puts together a good drive, a vet doing what veteran backup quarterbacks should do. He came in and did his job.
And that's what you really want in the NFL. You have your superstar, but then you have guys who just play their roles. And Chad Henne is a guy who just plays his role. He's a backup quarterback that's there to support the starting quarterback and can be serviceable when the starting quarterback goes out. And that's what you saw. You saw the offense wasn't quite the same. It did not click, but it was serviceable. They did not just retreat and go into a slumber or a stink. In fact, I argue that maybe if he played a little bit more, the game might not have been as close. But you got to give props for it and give credit where credit is due. A lot of other teams don't have a quarterback like that. They would have folded. He was able to do what he needed to do to keep them in a position to get the win.
Sticking with the Kansas City quarterbacks, even though Patrick Mahomes was not 100%, when the Jaguars did get close late, I think they were down like 3. Patrick Mahomes comes in and he puts together a drive.
Yeah, and again, it just goes back to his old reliables. Not knowing where the heck Kelsey was, picking them apart, extending plays, and then, Kadarius Toney came in and made some big plays. Not a lot of them, but where they mattered. Again, with a guy like that, even early when he was healthy, you got pressure on him, but you just didn't get him down. You have to win. You have to make sure there's no question when you're going up against a Patrick Mahomes.
James, I've never been a defensive coordinator, nor am I going to pretend like I've been one. But you would think when you're talking about Travis Kelce, you would think, knowing that he is Patrick Mahomes' #1 target, that you would scheme differently. Why was Mahomes and Kelce able to connect so often, knowing that's his #1 target, the Jags defense knowing that?
Well, listening to Kelce talk and listening to people talk about this offense, one of the things that they do is they kill you with option routes. So what they do, every route, everything they have is an option route, and they understand when Patrick Mahomes is scrambling, he can make dang near every throw on the field. So they go and they scramble to find open spots, and that's what Travis Kelce was doing. But it's almost like you got to have a spy and somebody that can guard him man to man. You have to pick your poison. I'm not going to let Travis Kelce beat me. Somebody else is going to have to, especially with Mecole Hardman not really playing. Right. That eliminated one of their threats. Juju's got to be the guy, or Kadarius Toney. But instead, we let the guy who's probably going to be a Hall of Famer, the All-Pro tight end, be the one that killed us.
Now let's talk about our Jacksonville Jaguars. As you said, in critical situations, they showed their youth. It kind of reminded you when we were struggling this season, you can't turn the ball over in critical situations in the postseason.
Now, it's especially at running back, you got to hold on to that ball. And Agnew came in, he was running the ball, doing well. And there's just so many close opportunities. Those are the things that are going to kick you when you play this sport at a high level and you go back and you watch the film. He almost broke 2 of those kickoff returns, especially that last one where he let the kicker just trip him up. But that wasn't a turnover, but like the fumble and then the interception, those are things that you just can't do. And the only times that really happens is when you're trying to force the issue because you're letting the moment in the game become too big for you. That's where Doug B. and that's where the veterans, and when you get more guys, and these guys will be veterans next year, have to calm everybody down and say, hey, one play at a time. To quote what he said last week, we chip away at the lead. We're not going to have one big play. And if they would have just taken that advice, I think the game would have ended differently.
Now, you said something interesting to me when we were standing over in the tunnel there waiting for this game to wrap up. Trevor Lawrence, on that interception, you were saying something about he had a man wide open on the other side had he looked that direction. Walk the viewer back what you told me in the tunnel.
So what happens is it's easy to say when we're on this side of the ball and when we're up there and we don't have 300-pound guys running at us, but you have, and this goes back to like what I just talked about with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. You understand the offense, you understand what you're supposed to do, and you know that somebody's going to be there. So you can't just make up your mind and predetermine in a pressure-packed situation. You have to know where your wide receivers are going to be at, no matter what's coming down in front of you. He kind of made up his mind, felt good, threw it there, but it's always a better throw, especially for a right-hand dominant quarterback. You make the throw to your right because it's an easier throw, and I think that's kind of that was it. It's always when you make a bad decision, there's always a better decision, and it's easier to say that in hindsight. But as he grows and becomes a better quarterback, he will start making the better decisions as opposed to just trying to go for the big play.
All right, I'm being told that Foye Oluokun is at the podium. Let's listen in.
I told them boys, like, you really changed my career in terms of how I look at NFL football, man. Like, I got back to playing football for my boys, football for the brothers. As a team in general, just the camaraderie we had, and then to feel it come short like that, it hurts, and everybody was hurt. But we learned a lot. And we're going to use that. I'm going to go in the offseason, I'm going to be better. I'm going to be better. Everybody's determined to be better. The team's going to be determined to be better. And we learned a lot.
Foye, how hard was Travis Kelce to bottle up today? It seemed like he was tough on those option routes.
Yeah, a little option routes. I think when they move in the pocket a little bit, and you know he always knows where to sit it down or keep running or over routes and stuff. We got to be more matchy on him, and then catch and tackle if he does get that catch. We can't let him catch and run. You know, maybe we learn a little bit just how to go against them in big games and what their game plan is going to be. Maybe get a little bit more man on them, stick to them, or in zones, maybe really match them up there, going at the sticks. Yeah.
Or, I mean, just how big was it for you guys in year one of this being together to experience all this together?
Yeah, I felt like year one back when we was losing, and then it felt like year two when we was winning, and we wanted to keep it going as long as possible. I guess it was year one, and we want to make it a better year two. But just to see that success in year one, we know that we're a force to be reckoned with, and we know what we can expect as a team. And coming into this offseason and coming into the season training camp, like we're not accepting mediocrity from this team no more. That's for sure. We know what we're capable of, and team's gonna be ready for us. They know we're a force too, but we got to play better than they're expecting.
Is that the sense you kind of get from the guys in the locker room? Like, they're not okay with this being,
Nah, I mean, whatever happened in the past, I wasn't even here for that. But we know what we just did, and we want to build on that. And we know, we started off the year not how we wanted to. Let's continue what we did at the end of this year, into the offseason, into training camp, into the beginning of next year. Let's come out doing it the right way.
Doug mentioned that he said he wants the mindset of your guys' team to expect to be playing in these big games, expect to be one of the four.
Yeah. And what was the score? It was one score game, right? And that wasn't our best football. Let's play good football, see what happens.
Doug said that some of the mistakes from earlier in the season came out today. Would you sort of agree with that assessment? And what were some of the things that you guys were talking about on the sideline trying to fix that?
Like you said, being more matchy on passing downs to 87. I mean, the ball is going to him. Holding our gas better on stretch plays, a little RPO and stuff, being able to communicate. Or we're expecting over routes in the field when we know it's an over route formation. Just being cleaner. We got to be clean. Like, if you're going to get to this far in the playoffs and stuff, you can't let plays slide. We got to be better all the way through the game. Obviously, our fight's going to be there all the way through the game. But in order to come out on top, we got to be cleaner all the way through.
Did you say anything to guys like Trayvon and Devin after the game?
I mean, just the growth, and we're going to continue to grow. That's just a start. For them, it took me 5 years to get here. This is my 5th year just tasting the playoffs. And they got that experience in their first year. So now they know what it should look like. They've been a part of 3 and whatever it was, and they've been a part of the playoff run. So they should know what it looks like, practice, preparation, energy level, what it should look like week in, week out. So any new people we bring to the squad, we know what to expect, the standard.
All right, thanks everyone. Thanks for it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Corey. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. So that was Foye Oluokun talking about this young team and having the opportunity to grow from this situation, how fitting the Jaguars yet again losing one of those games in which it was a one-possession game tonight, 27-20 to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are not advancing to the AFC Championship game. They will either face the Bengals or the Bills. If it is the Bills, that game will be played in Atlanta. This team, as Oluokun said, they're as young and they can grow, but in big games, you cannot have critical turnovers in clutch situations, and a very experienced Kansas City Chiefs team took advantage of that. Now, ready to roar. Post-game show live here from Kansas City is just getting fired up. When we come back, we'll be hoping to hear from Trevor Lawrence, and we'll check in with our Heather Crawford. Again, the Jaguars came up short today, 27-20 in this AFC divisional round, 10 wins for the Jags. Who would have thunk it? We're back after this timeout.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences. Find new roads. Well-qualified buyers get 2.99% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $2,500 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
I screwed up. I got us T-Mobile home internet.
You can almost feel the drag when people walk by with their phones.
Oh, I can't hear you. You're frozen.
Ladies, please. You put it on airplane mode when you pass our house.
I was trying to work.
We're working it too.
Yeah, work it, girl.
I want to hear you say it out loud.
Well, I could switch us to Xfinity.
Those smiles. That's why I do what I do.
Get Xfinity Internet for $20 a month for 12 months with no annual contract and a 12-month price lock. Switch today.
This may sound strange, but you've been here before. You were here when this wrench was turned, and when this line was drawn. Oh, and when this stitch was sewn. Because you inspired the Lexus ES to be, well, more you. So thank you. We hope you like your work.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. Delivery! Right along! Winn-Dixie delivery as quick as 2 hours, over. At the same great in-store prices, over.
They just really love great prices.
Arby's, 2 for $7. Every day. All you. In case your French dip gets thirsty. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
This is the 2023 Nissan Rogue. With a surprisingly fuel-efficient VC turbo engine. You can go from 0 to fun in no time and leave basic far behind. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 1.9% financing for 36 months on Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines.
And welcome back to our Ready to Roar post-game show. You're looking live at Intuition in Jacksonville. Listen, folks, it is empty now, but it was jam-packed when the Chiefs and Jaguars were going head-to-head. Unfortunately, our Jaguar season came to a close. They lost today 27-20. Back here live, where a few flakes are starting to fall. I must admit, when the snow started falling earlier today, we were all excited because, you know, we don't see any snow in Florida. We do know that the Jaguars, the last time they won a game in some snow was back, I think, in 2017, I believe, when the Pittsburgh, or 18 it was in the playoffs, and we got the job done. Meanwhile, our Heather Crawford, she's one of the reporters here on the ground at Arrowhead Stadium. She's standing by. Heather, not the outcome we wanted, but still a fine season.
You know, Chris, fans told me it's all right. We're going to be back next year. They're optimistic about this team. It is a young team. They liked what they saw. Unfortunately, it did not end the way that we were all hoping. But what an incredible season to make it here all the way to this round of the playoffs. Chris, I'm going to send it back to you. I understand Trevor's getting ready to speak.
Heather Crawford, I hate to interrupt you, Heather, but we're being told that Trevor Lawrence is at the podium. We'll come back to you. Let's listen in now to Trevor Lawrence.
Just proud of what we did. You know, it's hard to feel that part of it right now because you put so much into it. You know, you dedicate everything you have, that whole our whole building for 6 months to get these opportunities, and to come up short, it stings. And yeah, just like I said, you know, you work so hard to get here, and nobody thought we were going to be here, and you know, we had our shot, and that's what hurts. You know, so. We'll be back. I'm confident in that, and this is more the beginning than it is the end of something. This is just getting started for us, so we got a taste of it, and I mean, the guys are already hungry to get this opportunity again, but it doesn't take away from the sting of, like I said, you put so much into it, and even today, you know, I felt like we had our opportunities, and I mean, Chiefs they did more today to win the game, and you know, we just didn't quite make those plays at the end that we've been able to make the last month or two. You know, they made them today, and we didn't. So that's kind of how the game went, and they took advantage of those opportunities, and we weren't able to capitalize on them. And but it hurts too because we're right there. You know, so yeah.
This week about your expectations and the atmosphere here, kind of evaluate what it was like compared to what you thought it would be like.
It was loud. I mean, it was just like you expect coming here, and on the road in the playoffs, going anywhere really. But I mean, their fans did a great job. It was loud. I thought we did a good job. Only had one pre-snap penalty, so the guys did a good job of being disciplined. Communication could have been better at times. Just some of the stuff. They had a good plan defensively, presented a lot of different looks for us, and But yeah, as far as just the atmosphere, obviously that's what you want. Especially if you're the Chiefs. A home game to be like that in the playoffs, and the fans obviously brought it, and it's a really cool environment. And like I said, we got a taste of it, and we're looking forward to being back in this situation every year.
How hard the tunnel kind of greeting guys as they came off the field? Most of them I saw you in Gracie Christian. Would you kind of say to him, I know he was battling out there to get back on the field? Yeah,
told him we're going to be back, and it's like I said, it's just the beginning, and it's hard to put it into words really this year, and like I said, you put so much into it, it's kind of hard to say. I kind of want to collect my thoughts more, but I told him we're going to be back, man. I'm thankful for him and just what he's brought to this team, for myself, as a friend, as a player, just special guy. So I'm thankful for him and so many guys in that locker room that I told him after when we brought it up in the locker room, told him I'm just thankful that what everybody sacrificed to get here, because it's a lot of, not everybody sees what guys sacrifice, and whether that's playing injured the last half of the season, whatever it is, guys sacrifice a lot to do what we were able to do, and just came up a little short.
Probably hard when you consider everything that's happened over the past year. How far this franchise, you, everybody, just the last few years?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's hard to talk and think about that, but it's special what we were able to do, and like I said, no one thought we should be here, and we just kept believing, and it was really cool to be a part of, and it was special, and like I said, just the beginning. I think that was this year obviously was huge for this organization, for our city, for just our franchise, moving forward, and it kind of sets the bar of who we're going to be and what we're going to do moving forward, and that's the mindset, and we won't settle for less than that. So, we got a taste of it being here, but there's more left, and we all feel that.
Good. Trevor, how long will it take you to process the fact that all the positivity that came out of this season and the transformation of the franchise over dwelling on what happened tonight?
Yeah, that's why I said a little earlier, just equal parts crushed by the loss and that our season ends here, and knowing how close we were, and then on the flip side, being proud of what we were able to do and accomplish and what we were able to overcome. I'm gonna have more time to think about it and reflect on it. We'll have plenty of time to do that, and it's gonna make us better. And this won't be the last you guys hear of us. So we're gonna be back.
Hey, Trevor, sorry if you've been asked this before, but a lot of Jaguar fans followed you guys all year. And what would your message to them be about what to expect about the 2023 version?
Well, first of all, thank you guys, and all y'all that are in here that are Jacksonville people. Man, we appreciate you guys. A lot of ups and downs, even just this season, and it was a special year for us, for the city, for everybody, and couldn't have done it without all you guys supporting us. So we're thankful for you guys. Those last two home games were games I'll never forget, and just excited for that to be the atmosphere and the future for our team. And I'm really excited, and it's hard to even think about next year right now because you're just still, obviously, this loss is fresh, but we're going to be back, and this is the new standard, and we set that, and this is the bar, and we'll be back. So thank you all. Yep.
Well, I'm trying to between two things. Thank you, Trevor.
And you were just listening to Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence talking about they have set the new standard. AFC South Division champ, 10 wins, just really a play away from advancing to the next round. He also thanked the fans for their tremendous support. Also talked about his teammate, 6 months of sacrifice, all the hard work that we never ever get a chance to see. And the good news is this team is young. Trevor, in his second year, got a new head coach, Doug Peterson, and he's completely turned this franchise around. As we go to break, we're going to give you a shot live from Duval TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. No, we are not returning home with a W, but man, does the future look bright. And we're not just going on what we say, what we think, but we can base it on what we've seen all season long. More of our Ready to Roar post-game show, not postseason show, post-game show after this timeout.
Bring you some breaking news. The case is busy police scene there for much of today. That's right.
Is investigating a shooting involving officers.
Any other questions about your loan with Navy Federal Credit Union?
All good. Thanks again for answering my call. I know it's late back home. I can't imagine where I'd be without you guys.
Hello? Are you still there?
Thanks so much.
Have a good one. Thanks for calling.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Mom, we need to talk to you about Yorgos.
Don't you think it's a little odd he showed up in your life right when you became a gigillionaire?
He's a gig digger, Mom. He's using you for your AT&T fiber.
Now that it has hyper gig speeds. He spends half the day shirtless, playing VR games.
Kids, why do you think I became a gigillionaire in the first place?
Yes, I am Yorgos.
We know.
Live like a gigillionaire with AT&T fiber. Now with speeds up to 5 gigs. Limited availability.
This is a 2023 Nissan Pathfinder. With 7 4x4 drive modes, you can take on the trails and make a clean getaway from all things basic. The 2023 Nissan Pathfinder. Anything but basic.
Get 2.59% financing for 36 months or get a low $469 per month lease on Pathfinder.
Commitment isn't just a word we throw around. It's baked into everything we do.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, our commitment gets real fast. We interview witnesses and gather evidence.
We let the other side know that you're not alone and that your words have power.
You were injured by no fault of your own, but together we can hit back with the full force of the law.
Real commitment starts when you walk through our door. Farah and Farah.
Brooks Rehabilitation is proud to be the official rehabilitation provider of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Voted #1 physical rehabilitation center in Florida by Newsweek. Our playbook is individualized treatment and exceptional care to get you back to living your life. Brooks has cutting-edge technology and therapy solutions in every care setting, treating sports injury, cardiovascular, orthopedics, brain and spinal injuries, and more. Go beyond your expectations with Brooks Rehabilitation.
Back here live at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the sign there, AFC Championship bound for the 5th consecutive year, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. Today, the Chiefs knocked off our Jacksonville Jaguars 27-20. The Jaguars season coming to a close with 10 wins. Now, I told you all day long during our pregame show, and then at the top of the show, we've got reporters spread all across both KC and Jacksonville. Let's bring in our anchors down in Jacksonville, Anthony and Jeannie, because we've got some folks there who've been covering the Jaguars all day. Guys, again, as I said to Heather Crawford earlier, not the outcome that we wanted, but we're still proud to say Duval.
That's right. We are definitely proud, Chris. I like what Trevor says. You know, no one expected us to be here. But, you know, they were there. Like he said, it's just the beginning. So we can't wait to see what this team does next season. You know, I had a chance to go over to Daly's place where they were having the watch party, and I mean, that place was packed. And the energy in there was just amazing. Of course, like we've been mentioning, not the ending we were hoping for, but we are still proud of the team.
We are so proud of this community and proud of Jacksonville and Trevor and Coach Peterson and the whole team and the fun that we've had the last couple of weeks. Right. I mean, it's over for right now. But then there's next year, and thank goodness we don't have to all say, well, okay, we were the worst team in the league, but we had the first draft choice. I mean, we're done with that, right? So we got a good young team, and they are ready to roar. And I got to tell you something funny. I mean, I think we all felt this. We were nervous about the game, and I got to call this up because this lady, she put a message on my Facebook page. She goes, I was literally thinking about how nervous and stressed I am before the game. She goes, I'm so nervous that I'm running around cleaning up my house.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's what you do sometimes when you're stressed out. I was eating all the food we had in our conference room back there. We had fried chicken and sandwiches, and I think I had about 6 or 7 plates, probably more than that.
Yeah, but you work out in the gym or anything, so you can handle all that. He lifts like, what, 350 pounds or whatever it is. Anyhow, see, all this is fun, and what I like the best is that we've all been talking around the gas stations, the grocery stores, restaurants, sports bars. We're all just talking to each other, having a good time, having everything in common. I like that. So let's check in now with Zach Wilcox. He's been over, you mentioned Daly's place. So Zach, tell me about, I know the fans have been leaving, so is anybody there now?
Jeannie, it's starting to get kind of quiet around here. We saw a lot of taillights on the way out. Used to hearing those horns the past couple of weeks and people yelling Duval. It wasn't quite the same tonight, folks leaving here, but was certainly a lot of energy inside. In fact, when I go to edit the video that we shot, it's probably going to be a lot of Josh and I. You're going to hear us on the camera because we were so excited watching along with everybody. One of the folks who was in attendance, so who is willing to hang out with us here about an hour after the game ended, is Travis. Travis, man, is it setting in that this is the last time you're going to see the Jags this year?
It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. I mean, I thought we had it. We played a good game. It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. That's why I still haven't left yet.
Right? Yeah, it takes a while to sink in because it's been so exciting the past few weeks. What do you think about that last quarter? We came so close.
We had a couple turnovers, a couple miscues, but I mean, Agnew did a sloppy play. But I mean, at the end of the day, we'll be back next year. It's all love. We'll be back next year, all day.
What was it like being in Daly's place tonight? You know, more than 5,000 people all cheering along with you. Tell me about the energy.
The energy was, I love the energy. The energy was great. I love Jacksonville fans, man. It was great. You know what I'm saying? Even after the fact, we still had hope. Everybody had hope until the last minute. So I love Jacksonville fans. We'll be back next year.
It's been like 3 weeks of us having a game coming up every weekend. What's it like living in the city and just kind of feeling that the past few weeks, looking forward to every game, and then it's going to end tonight?
It hurt our pockets a little bit, but hey, we look forward to it. That's what we live for, man. Jacksonville football, man. Every week, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. Every Saturday, hey, we love playoff football. You can't ask for anything better, man. Yeah. You can't ask for anything better.
Well, thank you, Travis. Here's to next year. That was Travis. Appreciate you joining us, and we are just going to hopefully look forward to next year being right back here in the playoffs, being able to capture that energy again. But for now, live in front of the bank, Zach Wilcox, First Coast Sports.
Oh. That's good. We didn't want to cut out his Duval. But, you know, just like Trevor said, right now it does. It stings. He used that word a bunch. It stings. But we're going to regroup from all this, and there's so much reason to be optimistic.
There definitely is. It's going to sting for about a week.
Is that how long? Okay, then we'll be done, hopefully, by next week.
I'm in mourning right now, but that's fine. All right, let's go over to Brianna Ray Turner. She's across the street at Intuition Ale Works. She was hanging over there with some fans who have been watching the game. Brianna, what's the atmosphere over at Intuition right now?
Well, Anthony, it is kind of quiet here at Intuition L, but I mean, just the energy of just being in here. I mean, people were yelling Duval, and it's always been the Jags, and it's just the energy that these Jags have, for these football players. They just love them, and regardless of them losing, the energy is still here because they're glad, just like I talked to Kevin and Becky today, they're just glad that they made it this far. And again, you can hear people cheering on right now behind me. Duval, they are not letting this, this loss bring them down. Their energy is still hype here at Intuition Now. I'm live here at Intuition Now. Brianna Ray Turner, First Coast News on your side.
much, Brianna. We love that. We never get tired of hearing Duval. That's a good thing.
We always take it. It's glad to see that people are still in good spirits somewhere.
Yeah, there's every reason to be. So you have a message from the Jaguars organization.
I do. So just to let you know, because I know a lot of you probably want to go support the team because you know that they're going to be heading back tonight. Please, so the Jags are asking, do not go to the stadium. The players are not going back to the stadium tonight. Also, don't show up at the airport either because they don't have the accommodations there at the airport. I know you want to show your support, but just stay at home right now. You can have some time later to congratulate the team, but please, the Jags are asking, don't show up at the stadium tonight. Don't come to the airport, but they will give you some time later to wish the team their success and also give them some words of encouragement for next year.
That's right. I mean, 27-20, it's a loss. But like you said, it's not an embarrassment. My question, we were here playing the big game, playing the Chiefs. So we want to toss it back out to Kansas City and Chris Porter. And Chris, I am curious. We kept hearing all week long how loud the Chiefs stadium is. How did it sound like to you tonight?
You know, it was like Trevor Lawrence said, it interrupted them making the play calls sometimes, and that's one of the advantages of playing at home. You know, when we played the Titans and when we played the Chargers, when you have that 12th man and the other offenses out there, the offensive linemen and the receivers can't hear the quarterback's cadence, and so it causes issues. Sometimes you snap it early, sometimes it's a false start. And I stood in the tunnel there for the last 5 minutes of the game, and let me tell you, it is loud. It sounds like maybe when you're on a tarmac at an airport. At one point, they put up on the big screen, it was like 142.2 decibels. All I know is that if you are the opposing team, things will be made difficult for you. So again, our Jacksonville Jaguars, the top story of the night, came up short today in the AFC divisional round to the Kansas City Chiefs, 27-21. The Chiefs going on to the AFC Championship game for a 5th consecutive year. Guess what? We've got to check in with Heather Crawford. We've got to check in with Doug Peterson, and we'll do that when you come on back.
It's been 5 years since Miles Jack wasn't down. It's been far longer than that since folks put respect on our city's name. But let them run their mouths, because for everyone who loves this team and is Duval till we die, it was always the Jags.
When you start with better ingredients, better pizza, you also get better papadillas, better cheese sticks, better yummy this, and better tasty that. Get any 2 or more for just $6.99 each. That's Papa John's. Let's go! You go for a ride, exploring all night, driving now. You go for a ride.
It's your journey. Own every mile in an available H-Track all-wheel drive Hyundai SUV.
Get a Tucson with 2.9% APR for 60 months or $750 bonus cash. See your local Hyundai dealer.
Do you feel uneasy, irritable? Does your internet bill make you anxious? You may be suffering from UPH, unexpected price hikes. It happened to me. And then I switched to T-Mobile and got 5G home internet for just $50 a month. Now I'm sleeping better, my skin is glowing, and my hair has never been so shiny. Most importantly, T-Mobile has price lock guarantee. They will never raise your internet rate, ever. Switch to T-Mobile home internet. It worked for me. And just look at that shine. Wait, what has the internet got to do with my hair?
There's a lot of things in this world happening right now, and consumers like myself want some level of control.
I am a solar development project manager, and I get to be on the forefront of the best technology to produce clean energy.
We've transitioned from foreign oil to natural gas, and we're moving responsibly towards solar, battery, and green hydrogen, and this will all ultimately bring savings to the customer.
I know that FPL is looking at other ways that down the line will reduce my bill. We can be less dependent on oil, and the future is bright.
I started losing my teeth in my early 40s, and it was really difficult for me. It's almost as if someone has taken the joy and just turned it off. I don't think anyone can do what Dr. David has done. This procedure has definitely changed my life. I'm not afraid to smile anymore. It makes me feel like Reggie again. I went in there, and in 1 week, I came out with the smile that you see right now.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. That big crispy boy can barely fit on the bun. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Some doubted our team would still be here, not just here in these playoffs, but here in our city. Those doubters should get comfortable, because we're going to be here a while. Now let's remind them where they can always find us.
Welcome back to Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City, where our Jacksonville Jaguars fell to the Chiefs today, 27-20. Heather Crawford, she's been here with me since Thursday. Heather, not the outcome we wanted, but what were fans telling you in the last few days that you've been here in KC?
Okay, well, first off, Chris, I've got to say, even though it did not end the way we wanted, our Jacksonville Jaguar fans are just so optimistic about what the next season is going to bring and what they saw leading up to this point that got us here to the second round of the playoffs in Kansas City. I mean, it was an incredible season. It did not end the way today we wanted to. I was convinced we were going to the Super Bowl, absolutely convinced. And it was a shock when I saw the final score. And, you know, fans disappointed that we did not win tonight, but they are not giving up hope, and they say what they've seen with Coach Doug Peterson, what they've seen with Trevor Lawrence really has just pumped up this fan base. I talked to tons of fans who have never traveled to an away game, but they're so inspired by what they've seen the team do this year that they wanted to be here. It was expensive to get tickets at the last minute. It was a lot to find hotels and get here, but the fan base turned out in full force. The Bold City Brigade had a pep rally that had more than 800 people at it, and when we were here tonight, we could hear Duval chants all throughout this stadium. So fans still excited that they came here, and they say next year we'll be back. Chris?
All right, thank you, Heather Crawford. I love Heather because Heather has kept faith throughout this playoff run. We came up short of her Super Bowl, but still, she's kept the faith. More of our Ready to Roar post-game show. We'll check in with Destiny McKeever when you come on back.
This is a 2023 Nissan Pathfinder. With 7 4x4 drive modes, you can take on the trails and make a clean getaway from all things basic. The 2023 Nissan Pathfinder. Anything but basic.
Get 2.59% financing for 36 months or get a low $469 per month lease on Pathfinder.
You don't think it's going to happen to you. You know, you see it all around you, but you always exempt yourself from cancer.
He presented with a big lump under his left arm that was an advanced stage of malignant melanoma.
It was exciting to know that there was new treatment out there that they're having success with.
Here at Baptist MD Anderson, they're offering the community an option that wasn't here before.
Cancer's gone. I got a second chance, and I'm very thankful for that.
I was rear-ended in 2019 by a semi-truck and pushed into another semi-truck, and it totally destroyed my car, and I was very lucky to get out. I wish I would have called Harold immediately after the accident. Renee and the whole team stood behind me the entire time. They knew exactly what to do and exactly which direction to send me in so that I would get the best care and the best result for my case. I felt like I was somebody that they cared about and that they were going to be with me to the end.
Jurassic World Live Tour. 65 million years in the making. See Jurassic World dinosaurs roar to life. With epic thrills and heart-pounding adventure. The feeling is real. Experience it live. Jurassic World Live Tour.
Coming to ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena, January 27th through 29th. Visit JurassicWorldLiveTour.com today.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, it all starts with members like you. Because we were founded as a not-for-profit with a mission dedicated to your well-being, with everyday banking tools and loans, all backed by 24/7 support. The kind of support that comes from being a proud partner within your community. Because when you're a member, it all starts and ends with you. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
In America, the future belongs to everyone, so we built the SUVs of the future for everyone. Ford Escape and Explorer, built with Bliss to detect vehicles in your blind spot and with lane keeping system. Because the SUVs of the future aren't built for a few, they're built for America. Ford Escape and Explorer. Drive one today. Now get 0% APR financing on Ford Escape, Edge, and Explorer. Plus, get $1,500 bonus cash on Edge.
Welcome back to Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City, where today our Jacksonville Jaguars came up short against the Kansas City Chiefs by 7. Let's see you back now to Jacksonville, to Destiny McKeever. And Destiny, I know you've been with Jags fans all evening long.
Yes, I sure have, Chris. You know, a lot of people, you would think with this loss that they would be upset, but people are just happy that they made it this far. We're at Underbelly, which is right here on Bay Street. And I've been talking to fans all night long just about how they're feeling. I want to ask just a couple questions real quick. You were telling me that you didn't mind saying something about the Jags. How are you feeling with this loss tonight?
Oh, sorry, I speak English a little bit. No,
Are you excited about what happened? No? Are you? Yeah, you said pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like the place, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what was your reaction when you first?
It's my first time here, and it's very enjoyable. You know, it's very nice to have me here.
Good job. Thank you so much. Okay, so I was talking to a lot of people out here. It's starting to clear out now, but people were just saying that they were excited that we made it this far. I'm going to send it back to you all.
All right, Destiny McKeever back home in Jacksonville. Again, our AFC South Division champions Jacksonville Jaguars season came to a close. Much more of our Ready to Roar post-game show after this time.
Being in a car accident can turn your life upside down, and choosing the right attorney can be overwhelming. Read our reviews and learn about the many people we've helped take back control of their lives. Call us at 1-800-747-FREE for a consultation.
Our priorities, they've changed.
Hey Lexus, play my music.
It's not just about getting ahead or the constant grind. It's about knowing what you want.
Watch for traffic.
And focusing on what matters. Welcome to the next level. This is the Lexus NX. With intuitive tech and our most advanced safety system ever.
Allison and Michael have been in their home for 10 years, and their bathroom really needed an update.
I like doing home projects. Would have definitely taken me longer than we have.
They needed a more convenient option, so they called West Shore.
The design consultant made it really easy.
I left for work with the kids, and they showed up. Morning.
Have a nice day at school.
By dinner time, we had our bathroom.
When you've been hurt, we stand up. We stand up for you. We stand up for your family. We stand up with strength. And we fight for your rights.
We stand between you and those who would hurt you again. With confidence and determination, we stand up for what's right, no matter what. We don't back down.
Farah and Farah, here for you, here for good.
The wait is finally over. Kick off 2023 in style with Tommy Bahama month at Bears Furniture. Save 50% on all your favorites from Tommy Bahama, our best-selling brand at the year's lowest prices. As the world's largest Tommy Bahama retailer, we carry thousands of items ready for delivery now. Elevate any living space with this top-selling sofa for just $24.98. Transform your home into a tropical paradise with a brand you love and trust. Where? Bears.
This is a 2023 Nissan Pathfinder. With 7 4x4 drive modes, you can take on the trails and make a clean getaway from all things basic. The 2023 Nissan Pathfinder. Anything but basic.
Get 2.59% financing for 36 months or get a low $469 per month lease on Pathfinder.
After an accident, finding someone who will listen to your needs can be hard. When you call our office, you'll speak to an attorney immediately. We focus on the most important thing, your recovery. Call us at 1-800-747-FREE for a consultation.
Welcome back to our Ready to Roar post-game show here in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium. Jaguars lost by 7 today. Joining me now live is James Grant, my colleague. He spent some time in the locker room. What was the mood like in there?
Chris, it was definitely somber, but the thing is, it just means so much to those guys in there. They had a lot of guys that came in, and just with the struggles of last season, under Urban, and then this season, with the losses early on and just everything they've had to overcome, adversity, the injuries, so you can just tell how much it means to this crew. And really, Doug coming in, just the respect they have for their head guy, their quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, his performance. So you could really tell this one hurts, this one stings. We asked a couple players, is it too soon to look forward to next year? We know this is painful tonight, and a few of them said, I can't really look forward just yet, but some said, hey, the future's really bright, what we've done for the city, the state, so we want to keep it going. And
all right, Big James, I hate to wrap you up. We got to pay some bills. James Grant here with me, was in the locker room. We're back after this timeout.
Bringing you some breaking news. The case is busy police scene there for much of
Jacksonville
today.
Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting involving officers.
Hi, I'm Jack Hanania Jr. At the Hanania Automotive Group, we want you to have a low-stress buying experience and the confidence in your next purchase. Inventory is back, which means you will find the vehicle you want and no compromising.
Thank you for being part of the Hanania family.
Mom, we need to talk to you about Yorgos.
Don't you think it's a little odd he showed up in your life right when you became a gigillionaire?
He's a gig digger, Mom. He's using you for your AT&T fiber.
Now that it has hyper gig speeds, he spends half the day shirtless playing VR games.
Kids, why do you think I became a gigillionaire in the first place?
Yes, I am Yorgos.
We know.
Live like a gigillionaire with AT&T fiber. Now with speeds up to 5 gigs. Limited availability.
Brooks Rehabilitation is proud to be the official rehabilitation provider of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Voted #1 physical rehabilitation center in Florida by Newsweek. Our playbook is individualized treatment and exceptional care to get you back to living your life. Brooks has cutting-edge technology and therapy solutions in every care setting, treating sports injury, cardiovascular, orthopedics, brain and spinal injuries, and more. Go beyond your expectations with Brooks Rehabilitation.
This is the 2023 Nissan Rogue. With a surprisingly fuel-efficient VC turbo engine, you can go from 0 to fun in no time and leave basic far behind. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 1.9% financing for 36 months on Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines.
The wait is finally over. Kick off 2023 in style with Tommy Bahama month at Bears Furniture. Save 50% on all your favorites from Tommy Bahama, our best-selling brand at the year's lowest prices. As the world's largest Tommy Bahama retailer, we carry thousands of items ready for delivery now. Elevate any living space with this top-selling sofa for just $24.98. Transform your home into a tropical paradise with a brand you love and trust. Where? Bears.
Hi, I'm Jack Hanania Jr. At the Hanania Automotive Group, we want you to have a low-stress buying experience and the confidence in your next purchase. Inventory is back, which means you will find the vehicle you want and no compromising.
Thank you for being part of the Hanania family.
And back here live here at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, you see the final score there. Our Jacksonville Jaguars came up short in their effort to advance to the AFC Championship game for the first time since 2018. Turnovers late doomed this team, but still a terrific season. We're back after this timeout.
Bringing you some breaking news. The case is busy police scene there for much of
Jacksonville
today.
Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting involving officers.
This new tent's amazing.
Yeah. And it was easy to pay off the low rates on our Platinum card from Navy Federal Credit Union. Can't imagine where we'd be without them.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
You ask and we verify. We break down the facts, helping you sort through the clutter. That's First Coast News on your side, and that's verified. Is there something you want verified? Email us, verify@firstcoastnews.com.
A family in need of a wheelchair-accessible van had nowhere to turn. They asked Anthony.
It would just be a huge godsend if we were able to get something like that.
I got to work, shared her story on First Coast News, and you answered the call. The response, overwhelmed.
Whatever the need was, we wanted to be a part of it.
Now, she can care for her daughter even more.
This is everything. Thank you so much.
Making a difference one story at a time. Ask Anthony. First Coast News, on your side.
Body check, body check, body check. It's ridiculously awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Look at it. It's pink, it's big, and you can't miss it.
Please take advantage of this wonderful opportunity. We are so blessed to have this in our community.
Make sure you get checked. Do the buddy check. And if you feel anything weird, just tell somebody.
What do you think of the buddy bus out in your parking lot?
It's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Sign up at baptistjacks.com/buddy. First Coast News on your side.
It's on the internet, so it must be true, right? Wrong. That's why we verify. Is there something you want verified? Email us. Verify@firstcoastnews.com. First Coast News on your side.
This is a 2023 Nissan Pathfinder. With 7 4x4 drive modes, you can take on the trails and make a clean getaway from all things basic. The 2023 Nissan Pathfinder. Anything but basic.
Get 2.59% financing for 36 months or get a low $469 per month lease on Pathfinder.
Welcome back to Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City, where today our Jacksonville Jaguars lost to the Kansas City Chiefs 27-20. The Chiefs advanced and gone to their 5th straight AFC Championship game. It has been a fine season. For the last 3 weeks, I know we've been able to broadcast these games on our air and do pre- and post-game shows, and we've enjoyed every moment of it. AFC Championship win, we saw that, or AFC South Division Championship win, we saw that. Then we saw this team win a couple of games, and unfortunately it's coming to a close, but Anthony and Jeannie, what a fine season.
That's right. We're going to close it off with a Duval. How about that?
Let's do it. You've
Ready?
done a great job, Chris.
Yes, good job.
Duval!
There you go. Next year.
This has been a First Coast News special sports presentation. The Farrah and Farrah Ready to Roar postgame show.